She didn't disappear on the way to school or walking home at night. She was taken from her bed. Her parents were steps away. Her sister saw his face, and for 9 months she survived where no one expected to find her. June the 5th, 2002, Salt Lake City in Utah in the US. The Smart household went to bed like any other night. 14-year-old Elizabeth Smart shared a room with her younger sister, Mary Catherine, just 9 years old. Down the hall, their parents slept. Sometime after 2 a.m., a man entered the house. Police would later find no signs of forced entry. He didn't rush, he didn't search, he knew exactly where to go. Elizabeth woke, a hand over her mouth and a weapon at her throat. The man spoke quietly, calmly. He told her that if she screamed, he would kill her family. Then he led her out of bed. Her sister Mary Catherine woke just long enough to see him. A man in robes, long hair, long beard. She froze. Elizabeth was then walked past her parents' bedroom, past the front door, gone without a sound. By morning, the house was chaos. Police flooded the scene. Search dogs were brought in, helicopters circled overhead, but the evidence told a troubling story. No broken locks, no forced entry, no ransom demand. This wasn't random. Someone had been inside before. Mary Catherine, her sister, became the key witness. At just 9 years old, she answered questions no child should ever have to answer. She worked with police artists. She described the man, and one detail haunted investigators. She recognized the voice. Months earlier, her father had hired a man to do handyman work around the house. His name was Brian David Mitchell, a street preacher, deeply religious, unstable, and he'd been fired. And now he was gone. Police tracked Mitchell's movements. They searched campsites, they followed rumors, but they found nothing solid. No body, no confirmed sighting, no evidence Elizabeth was alive. As weeks turned into months, public hope began to fade. Elizabeth's parents refused to give up, but investigators already feared the worst. Elizabeth was alive, but she wasn't hidden underground or locked away. She was forced into robes, renamed, told she was now Mitchell's wife. He moved her constantly. Parks, campsites, city streets, often accompanied by Wanda Varzi, Mitchell's wife. Police noticed them, but no one intervened. Fear controlled Elizabeth's silence. Survival shaped her compliance. This question would follow Elizabeth for years. Why didn't she scream? Why didn't she escape? The answer was fear. Mitchell constantly reminded her that he knew where her family lived, that he would kill them if she disobeyed. He controlled food, sleep, movement. Survival wasn't submission at this point, it was a strategy. March 12, 2003. 9 months later, a Sandy, Utah police officer noticed a strange trio walking around. The man fit a description. The woman seemed very anxious, and the girl, she wouldn't look up. Backup arrived, and they separated them. And quietly, Elizabeth spoke. "I'm Elizabeth Smart." Mitchell was arrested immediately, but justice came slowly. Years of delays followed. Competency hearings, psychiatric evaluations, and finally, in 2011, Brian David Mitchell was convicted and sentenced to life in prison without parole. Wanda Varzi, his wife, pled guilty to her role in the kidnapping and received a sentence of 15 years to life. She was later released in 2018, a decision that drew public outrage, but followed the terms of her sentence. Elizabeth Smart didn't retreat from the world. She spoke openly about trauma, fear, and survival. She challenged the idea that silence means consent and changed how society understands what it means to endure. Elizabeth Smart was taken from her home, but what followed rewrote the conversation about survival itself. Well done, Elizabeth. Until next time.